Welcome back to the channel. I have a little bit of progress on some stuff, and I'm going to finish off that last half of the bag that we started last video. First thing that I'm going to talk about is the ranunculus. I left off last right here at the end of the collar. I hadn't yet done the short rows. I've gotten through the short rows. I've done some of the lace details. It's so hard to see. There, you can kind of see it a little bit. I don't want to get too carried away and end up dropping stitches. So I'm not quite yet to the just round and round we go bit. I still don't, once I get to the sleeves, that's when I have to make my final decision on what size I want to make. And I'm still uncertain because technically it says I should be able to comfortably wear the smallest size, but I also do want it to be kind of oversized. So I just gotta decide how much oversized I want it to be. That's the nice thing about this, from what I'm seeing, is that you can pretty much decide if you want it to be more fitted or if you want it to be way oversized or just slightly over. You got more choices, and pretty much, and it tells you what the finished size is, so you can go from there on what you want to do with it. The other thing I've been working on, I've had squares sitting in a cubby for like over a year, I think. And I haven't touched it in a very long time. I got the squares all done, but I never put them together. I finally decided to do that. And this is it. It's a little bit stringy. I have to weave in the ends. And I'm still planning to put a border on the end, around the edges. I just haven't gotten around to doing that yet. I like it. At first I was thinking I would just do this only on the wrong sides, because it calls for doing one direction on the wrong side, one direction on the right side. So I was like, what if I do it all on the wrong side? It probably would work. But then I went ahead and did it like she suggested, and I actually kind of like it. It gives it a little texture. It's not a very big blanket. I was kind of hoping it would be come out to be a little bit bigger, but they were kind of small squares. This is, all the squares are made out of a wheel of alpaca from Hobby. And this yarn that I did is a peach color I had on hand. It's acrylic, so technically it was not meant for this project, but I didn't have any alpaca that was available that would work for this. So I was like, I'll just hand wash it all the time. It shouldn't monkey anything up. So, and then the color I used for this is also a color I had in stash, and I also do believe it is acrylic, like old vintage acrylic, so it's more scratchy than the newer acrylics. I have a lot of ends with, because that's the front side. Some of them just snuck through the front, even though I tried to keep them on. This is the back side. Although it doesn't really matter. It's reversible. Both sides are correct. As long as I don't go crazy and make one side look goofy with the tails. Because if I weave in the tails and it looks goofy, it's definitely a one-sided blanket. That's what I've been working on. I really love this. This wheel of alpaca, all of these came from the same wheel. In fact, I have a top that I made out of this before, and then I just used the leftover for this blanket, and it was the Christmas colorway. It was a Christmas colorway. I really like it. It turned out nice. I can't wait to finish it. I might just keep it in my truck. So when, you know, I'm passenger princessing it up, I can just put it over my lap and be nice and cozy. So now we'll get to the bag of yarns I got from my Aunt Tony. And right off the bat, we got some of this. I've found several of these. I could probably make a whole hat out of that. And then I've got some more of the white eyelash. And you'll hear the tractor running. It's snowing. I mean, I don't know where y'all are in the world, but if you're anywhere in the northeast quadrant of the United States, it's, you know what it is. It's terrible outside today. He's plowing, and so you'll hear the tractor running. And let's see, we got some of this homespun. This, I believe I found some of this in the other bag, or the other half of the bag that didn't have a ball band, but I'm pretty sure it was, but it was a different colorway. This is a very pretty colorway. I love this. This is definitely going to be, I'm going to turn this into a cowl. I think that would be beautiful. Let's see what we got here. 98% acrylic, 2% other fiber. I guess the colorway is Tudor. It's a it's 170 grams, 185 yards. It's homespun by Lion brand. I like the homespun yarns. They're a little more bulky than I tend to work with, but I do like them a lot. And we got some of this nice minty colored eyelash yarn. My daughter and I were talking, and she said, you really need to start making blankets and hats for the NICU. And I said, I know, I keep saying I want to do that, and then I just get started on something else and I forget that that's my intention. So I think I'm going to make a goal for later this year to have a certain number of blankets and hats done so that I can donate those. And I definitely got plenty of yarn to work with now. This is the we've gotten this in there a couple of times. I don't know, I don't think any of it's had a ball band, so I don't know what it's called. This a real pretty white color. Sometimes it's hard to see. Sometimes the colors blow out because with my lighting is just my room lighting. It is not perfect. Ooh, we got some Red Heart Unforgettable. This, you know, I got some little girls who love these colors, and I may get selfish and make something for myself, but they have birthdays coming up. This is, I don't think I've ever even seen this yarn, let alone touched it and worked with it. This is really nice. It feels nice and soft. 270 yards, 100 grams. Candied. So the colorway is candied. That definitely fits. It's a 4-weight, 4 medium. Anything else? I mean, I could give you all the details about what they recommend and whatever, but I never find that useful in videos. I always I care about the weight and the yardage, and you know how much you can make, you know, how far you can make it go. But as far as like, I can look at this and say it says 6mm J hook. I probably use my 5. That's probably where I'll go, because my 5 is what I always tend to go to when I'm crocheting. I don't very often use any of the other, unless I'm doing amigurumis, and then I'm like down on a E or G. I don't even know. It's been a while since I did amigurumi stuff. I did start some for my one daughter or granddaughter, but I started a fox for her, but I haven't gone very far on that. I have to work on that some more. That was originally supposed to be one of her Christmas presents, but I decided that it was not going to be done in time, so I chose to make her something else instead. But I love that color. It's so pretty. And this is like a rough feeling yarn, but it's very pretty. I feel like that would make, it would probably make a nice hat. It's nice and thick. I don't know if I have enough for a hat here, but this, I don't know what this is or anything, obviously, because it doesn't have a ball band. But I feel like that could make a nice hat because I can wear the scratchiest of stuff on my head because I have a lot of hair and that's a lot of buffer between my skin and the yarn. So, oh, here's some really bulky yarn. I've never used this before. That's a pretty color. It's kind of like a goldenrod. I'm not sure what brand it is. It's most likely acrylic. I got some more of this bumpy yarn. I don't know what to call that. If it has a specific name and you know it, please let me know. I don't know what to call this. I don't have any that has a ball band, so I don't know what to call this. But this is a cute, really pretty pale yellow. I love a good pale yellow. I don't want a highlighter yellow. I just, you know, a nice muted pale yellow. That's all we need. We don't need all this drama. Speaking of yellow, for my blanket, my daughter and I decided that this yellow is what we're going to do with the border. Possibly I may hold it double with something else, maybe to just break up some of the yellow, because the more I look at it, the more I'm like, is that going to be too much? Here's some more eyelash in orange. I could make my husband a hunting hat with this, or myself. I hunt too sometimes. I don't do it as much. I'm not very good at it. I go out in the woods and I get bored and I fidget and I don't see anything. We get some more white. We got us a nice little, this feels like it might be some kind of cotton, but I am not great at determining yarn. Like, I can guess it and sometimes be accurate and sometimes not. So don't ever trust me when I say that something feels like it's acrylic or whatever, because I'm not very great at that. I just can tell you what I think, and you can either know better, see, you know, learn better or whatever, or it's accurate and we're good. But I really like this color. That would actually go really well with this, except for the fact that the two yarns don't go together, but the colors would look great in a hat. We got some, no, we already looked at that. I dragged it over when I was looking at that other thing. Here's a tiny leftover scrap of this brownish grayish eyelash. I'm sure I could use that for something, because honestly, you don't need a whole lot of that if you're just putting a little bit around the border of a hat or something. Oh, this color's pretty too. It's a nice chocolate. This one is definitely, I would say it's definitely acrylic. I'm pretty confident in that. But like I said, don't ever trust me. I don't know. We've got, let's see, some of this bulky and purple. Nice lavender color. Is it, would it be lavender? I'm not sure if that would be, I'm not sure if that would be lavender. I think it's a little too dark for a lavender. Not that any of you probably care about that. Some more bulkies. These will make great hats. This, I think that's pretty much what this will be. This kind of yarns will be used for is hats, because I do need to make hats, and right now hats are definitely a necessity. Oh, this one's nice and tweedy. I don't know if I'll be able to make a hat out of that, but I could put it with like even this color and just do the like do the hem in this and the rest in this or something like that. Maybe we'll see. We got some more of this, but it's a different color. It's a blackish, and this is more of a brown. And then we got the chenille type in a chocolate color. That's pretty. I don't know why. I really like chocolatey colors. Oh, there's some more of that homespun. And it's been used a little bit, but it's not a lot. That's almost, I'd say it's all better than half a skein. There's some more of this, I don't know what to call this either. It's pretty. Oh, that's soft. That would make a nice rim for a hat. Oh, it's so soft. And then we got another bunch of the candied. I definitely could make something nice out of that. I mean, I could make something nice out of all of this. This one's a nice, like, tweedy cream color. I don't know what you would call that color, but it is beautiful. Is it enough for a hat? I don't know, because I'm pretty new to making hats, so it's going to take me a while to be able to judge by looking at a half-used skein whether that'll be enough to make a hat or not, especially since I don't usually work with chunky or yarns. So that's going to take a little more getting used to as well. Here's some more purple acrylic, feels like. Again, you know, don't trust me, I don't know. Some beautiful dark green color. And all these little scrappy balls and stuff. I've been meaning to make a scrappy, like, project. I just haven't gotten around to it, so that will definitely help add to the possibilities. There's a pretty blue. It's where did that end go? Some of that yarn. Again, I don't know what that yarn's called. And we got some more of the mint green of this stuff. And we got a nice skein of Burnett Baby Sport Light 3. And this is 100% acrylic, and this is probably just called white. Yes, it's just called white. So I'll have plenty of colors for that I can probably make a lot of, have a lot of different options. Here we have an entire bag full, and by entire bag I mean it's not a huge bag. It's full of buttons. I do have some buttons that I got from my grandmother. These are pretty. Can you see those? And we got some like ball buttons. Let's see. I'm not sure what this is. Oh, these are handmade by, but they have the person's name, so I really won't be able to use these because they say somebody else's name on them. I mean, I could give that person credit for what I make, but those are cute. Oh my goodness. It's the lighting. lighting is terrible. Okay, so I have some cute little ducks. There's some more little ducks. There's lots of these little ball ones, but they're in all different colors. And we have some of these cute little bunnies on them. Oh my goodness. I also am doing this on my phone, so that quality alone is not the best. Yeah, there are a whole bunch of really pretty buttons. You never know when you need buttons. I got all kinds of buttons, but you never know. And I've noticed I need a button. I go through my, the couple different stashes of buttons I have, and I'm never satisfied with what I have. I always have to look. And I even went and bought some wooden buttons because this one thing I wanted to do needed a button, and I just thought that the wooden buttons, I don't know if they're real wood or they just look like wood. They just seemed like the best option for that project. But it looks like that's about it. So with that, I will let you go. If it's your birthday, happy birthday, and I will see you in the next one.